Earlier this year, I discovered the podcast, How Do You Sleep at Night? Even from the title, I was hooked. It was one of those podcasts that made me think, why didn't I make this? After religiously listening to each episode, a little part of my heart broke when I realized it only had 6 episodes. I needed more. This couldn't be the end. Why? You know the feeling. So, at this time of year, I find myself desperate to listen/watch/read things that won't catch me at the 6-episode ending. That have heaps. That once I fall in love with the host's story, or content, I can just keep binging on. After crazily messaging friends for recommendations, and collecting my own ones, I have compiled your go-to list of podcasts with 50+ episodes that I can binge on. From my eager heart to yours, I hope you enjoy. Clocking in over 70 eps, this podcast is made by comedian Deborah Frances White, and you guessed it, it's all about being a guilty feminist. Now, just because it has the word feminist in it, don't scroll down because you assume it's going to be heavy or too political. Deborah Frances White. Image via Facebook. To be honest, as much as I love my politics, the past 2 years have been quite politics heavy and I need a break. Trust me with this. Frances White is joined weekly with fellow comedians and kick-ass women to traverse the difficult parts of being a guilty feminist, and explore difficult topics like shame, assumptions, and orgasms with humor. In the words of Frances White herself, I am a feminist, but I once asked a taxi man to pull over because I couldn't twist open my water bottle. Being a feminist is hard sometimes. And I love it. Find out more here. It is taking all of my willpower not to write this entire part in capital letters, only because I love ruthenium ball so much. If you haven't heard of ruthenium ball, oh gosh, my heart is fluttering because your life will be changed. He ** is a drag queen superstar and the creator of Ruthenium Ball's Drag Race. It features lots of sequins, shade, and fierce women. A post shared by Ruthenium Ball Charles, at RuPaul Official, on June 15, 2017 at 1:43 p.m. PDT. With over 100 episodes, Ruthenium Ball and fellow co-host, Michelle Visage, are mostly joined by celebrity guests, such as Rose McGowan, Lady Gaga, Anna Faris, and Graham Norton to talk all things pop culture, Ruthenium Ball, beauty, and life advice. You can find out more here. He is the pronoun RuPaul uses to describe himself on the podcast. I know, you're on Mamma Mia and I am recommending a Mamma Mia podcast. I promise it's because I genuinely love this podcast. After listening to my first podcast series, Serial, Mamma Mia Out Loud was next on my list. Most episodes they cover what women are talking about in that week, but so many of the topics are timeless. Listen to a snippet of Mamma Mia Out Loud. Are singles lists at weddings a good idea? Post continues after audio. The 3 hosts, all smart, switched on women, rarely fail to give me a new perspective, even if I don't always agree with it. In one conversation, they cover everything from Syria to spray tans.